Now we are live. Good evening, everyone. Again, good evening, YouTube. We are here for another English immersion. My name is Camila. I will be the host from today. And a short explanation about the platform. Uh, for those who don't know, what is Talk and Talk? Talk and Talk is a language conversation platform. And here you can find conversations in English, Spanish, French, Italian, and Mandarin also. And if you want more information, if you want to understand more, you can go to the website www.talkandtalk.com.br. And just to clarify, guys, I'm not a teacher. I am a student as you. And I am not here to correct anyone or teach you anyone. We are here to learn it together, and this is a safe place. We are here learning from the mistakes. We can talk freely without any worries because we are here just to practice. So feel free to share your opinion with us. It's really good this moment. So try to be present in this immersion and try to put your English in practice. Every word that you learn and everything. Try to introduce yourself in another way. This is a good opportunity to change a little bit and going doing it well. Okay. The topic from today, as I said before, will be 9/11, the day that changed the world. I gonna split us and let me see, two rooms because we are here in a huge group, and then we can talk about the questions. Let me see here. Just a second, guys. Mm, okay. So if you receive an invitation, please accept it. And 10 minutes before the end, I will call you back here in the main room just to make sure and understand how was the conversation for everyone, okay? I wish a good immersion for everyone. Please try to respect the time for everyone to talk. And I hope a good immersion. Guys, see you soon, okay? Guys, here with me, I have Idriane, uh, Rogério e Ayla. Let's start, guys. Rogério, do you want to introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes, good evening to everyone. I'm Rogério. I'm 49 years old. I'm an accountant. I live in Rio de Janeiro with my family. I have two dogs. We adopted new dogs last month. Um, in my free time, I like to play with my dogs, to play my guitar, to ride a bike, practice exercise, and that's it.
Nice, Rogério. And how about you, Adriane? Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Adriane. I live in Carapicuíba, in the state of São Paulo. And I'm married. I have two daughters and one cat. And my free time, I try to exercise. I know it's important for my life, but it's complicated for me. But I like to spend more my time watching movies and eating and reading a book too. And I like to practice and improve my English here and on Talk and Talk with us.
Thank you, Adriane. It's good to see you here. And how about you, Ayla?
Hello, guys. Good evening. I'm Ayla. I'm from Belém, Pará State. I'm married. I have uh, one daughter, and I'm interested about the subject that talk productivity and self-knowledge, and I think it's interesting, and I've been trying to improve it currently, and so Yeah, and I like so much to practice language, and yeah, I've been participating here as a host too since February, and that's it for now. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ayla. So, guys, about myself, my name is Camila. I am 4 years old. I was born and currently live here in São Paulo, the capital. In my free time, I love to read some books. As Adriana, I try to go to the gym, but I fail this month again and again. Let me see what else. I love to be here to practice English, but my week is so unusual. I am working a lot. I don't know what's happening this week. And this is my second immersion, so yesterday I was not able to enjoy, and I felt so sad when I cannot be here to practice. I think we are losing knowledge. And I work as an accountant, as Rogério, my friend here, and I work in an energy company since January from this year. And I am here, I've been here on Talking Talk since April from this year, and I became a host in July. So I'm here to practice my English skills. I use it a lot in the company, in my daily routine, and I talk with the Indians. So sometimes it's really hard to understand them. Yes, but I think if you are practicing the listen, you can go better, I believe. Let's see. But that's okay, guys. Let's talk about the topic. So I don't know. I think we are here almost in the same age, and I think we can remember something about that. I was in the high school in that time when 9/11 happened. And I don't know about you, but I was just watching on TV and I was like, that's okay. And go to do my stuffs, my chores, and we can discover more about the questions. So let's move on. Do you want to read the question number 2 and answer, Adriani?
In your opinion, what was the most significant change in global security after the 9/11 attacks? Wow, good question. And difficult, I think, answer in Portuguese too, but I will answer in general. I think after this moment, the world in general talk more think more about security because all the things it's not 100% security, and I observed that after this moment, all the world it's more pay more attention in all the things, um, and I believe that it's a sad day, but I think it's important for think more about security.
Yeah, I know it's hard to say to answer that question. I was a kid in that time, and I don't know how it was to travel in that 23 years ago. I would like to know because when I start to travel was the same for me until today. We have all the security and everything, but I don't know 23 years ago. And how about you, Rogério? Thank you, Adriane.
The most important change, from my view, was security, as Adrian said. Uh, to get a visa could become more difficult, you know. Countries of Europe and United States and Japan, I think, Australia, I don't know how to pronounce it in English, become more, I don't know how can I say duro, to receive foreign, you know. Uh, in the airport, many equipment to see what is in the pocket, in the wallet, in the the body, I think many countries, I think almost all the countries become more resistant. Yes, thank you. Resistant to accept foreign for your country. It's my view.
Yeah, I think so. You said something important about the visa, right? Could you imagine in that time how long this should be after the 9/11 to get a visa? I have no idea about that, but I am a really interesting person about this topic. I read in that time, not in that time, when I was adult and start to understand more about that. So I know I have some doubts about that, but it's for another day. And how about you, Ayla? Thank you, Rogério.
I think the same. Security. For me, the most significant change, uh, uh, absolutely was about the security, especially in an airport. Uh, 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 like Rogério said, United States and countries from Europe, Japan, I think they increase a lot their security. They start creating of stricter immigration controls. And countries also begin to focus more, I think, on intelligence uh, to prevent future attacks, for example. Maybe, yeah, uh, yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Ayla. Yeah, you said some good points about that. We always said about security in general, but I think, for example, the guys who were from Asia, I guess, not Asia, it's India. I don't know the correct name to name them. And
Afghanistan.
yes, could you imagine how hard was from war from that guys who was inside of US in that time? And I don't know, should not leave or was in the airport in that time. I cannot imagine because in my opinion, not in my opinion, I think was really crazy. This I was a kid, so I don't remember for sure. But who was there can I think said bad things about that, about the memories, I never had the opportunity to go to US. I get a visa, but I never went there. And I guess the place, everyone say there is a weird feeling in that place. I was watching something about it today, just to bring here about the immersion, and was Trump and Kamala there. Just it's always a data that everyone remember, right? Let's move on, guys. Let me see. An increased security measure travel. Oh, okay, we can talk about that. Do you want to read the question number 3, Ayla, and answer?
Okay, have you ever experienced increased security measure while traveling? How did it affect you? Uh, in my case, not because I've never experienced uh, travel abroad, but I know some people who experience this, and they told they experience a stricter security
Mhm.
checks at our airport, like I said before, such as longer wait time in the lines, and in more detailed screen, I think, and it can be they felt stressed, but it also feels safer, and yeah, I think it was more about it. That's it.
Thank you, Ayla. And how about you, Rogério? Have you ever traveled abroad, I guess? I think you have, right?
In my case,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I've never had this experience. Uh, my wife had. We went to the Jerusalem, and the airport,
Oh.
the policy guy asked for her to open your pocket, mala, pocket,
Luggage,
and
I guess. No, no, I don't know if it's the biggest. I think the biggest, I guess, is luggage. I don't know the.
you know the near for her.
Oh, for girls, like
Yes, yes, forgot. I don't remember the name.
okay,
So open your both,
baggy. I don't know if we
yeah,
can say
pack,
baggy.
yes,
Yeah.
pack, I think, and retirar, I don't know, everything what's inside that, and looking, he doesn't find nothing, and well, just it was just to oh Jesus, provide
Certificate, something like this.
yeah, certificate, but she stayed a few with this situation and shy. Am I right? Shy? Yes.
Yes.
Embarrassed, embarrassed. I think that's it. There are some words coming.
Yes, you are
Yeah,
awesome. Yes,
that's it.
excellent. Thank you, Roger. How about you, Adriane? Have you ever passed for something like this?
Oh no, I never had traveling abroad, but I show on TV sometimes. There are TV show and show the what's happening in the airport about the
Mhm.
security. And I saw it's crazy because a lot of scanning bags and people all the time. And it's for me, I think, wow, it's a good team working hard for the security, but all the time happening things that escape the security. Yeah, always the people say what the best way to dribble the security. Yeah, it's
Yes,
crazy.
there is you're talking about the airport, the TV show, right? About
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. But I am so I had many experience as Rogerio's wife, like take your shoes, take your I forgot cinto, take your blouse, take almost everything, and I was alone every time that it happened. And I was, oh my gosh, what's going on here? What I have to do, and we are so afraid right now, I guess. But I think this is necessary. They need to not to try, but they need to show that improvement, not improvement. They need to show the power. Like if you try something, we are looking at you, and you are like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Sometimes I saw people crying just because they were afraid. Not because they were carrying something, but they are like, oh, she's crying. What's going on? What's happening?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we need to try to understand this is a big responsibility from them, right? Because we don't know, we cannot imagine how something bad could happen, right? Or
Mhm.
like a 9/11, we have no idea about that. So they need to be so restrictive, I guess, with us, I think.
But
In this, oh,
sorry,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
but in this situation, it's all the people. It's have to put out take out your
I
blouse
had a
or shoes or no.
about the jacket,
It's
or
random.
everyone need to take it about the jacket. It was really cold, but if sometimes you need to put something in your pocket, so they ask you to take off the jacket.
Mhm.
And about the shoes, I have a presilha in my, was like a boot. I have a presilha, and I need to took off my shoes, and I was go, my gosh, in the middle of the airport, I was like that, and you feel like everyone's looking me, what's happening, and the people are looking you, "Oh, what's this girl, what's girls, I know, trying to do," so
Mhm.
so you feel
Mhm.
like, oh my gosh, what's going on, and sometimes you are so nervous and you cannot act normally because you are afraid, so
Mhm.
but I think you this will happen, and you need to be like, okay, this her job, their job, so I need to respect this, I guess.
Yeah, because I had a situation similar your experience when I was going to Gramado with my family.
Oh.
And when my oldest daughter pays to the scan and sounds the sound, and the woman say, "Oh, she's a girl, and she's a children," and one one parent or the mom
Mm-hmm.
or father have to take the shoots, but it's random. It's
Okay.
okay. I don't know. It's normal. I don't know. But for me, it's okay. You take off the shoes. It's not wrong.
Yeah, nowadays I try don't use these things in my shoes when I need to travel. Like I don't need
Mhm.
to use some
Yeah.
presilhas or something like a metal or in my
Yeah.
things, because I know this could just be something for them, like a suspicion, because they don't know what's going on. So it's hard. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, okay. Do you want to read, Rogério, the question number 4 and answer,
Yes.
please?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think are the long-term psychological impacts of 9/11 on survivors and their families? I think it's very important to follow the health of this family because the impacts of the future of their healthy needs this approach, Um, I think the government needs to pay everything to them because it was a terrorist. I don't know how can I say in English. Terrorist, terrorist. I think it's a
Yeah.
terrorist situation. So it's. I think there are some chapter in the constitution that provides this help for this family. I think it's for or they live is important to follow.
Yes, I will ask you that. Do you think that this help need to be until the end of the life from the parents?
Yeah,
Like,
for their entire
okay,
life. It's my view.
okay, okay. They agree. I think it because the government need to do it. Like, who can I blame about that, right?
Yes,
Who should we blame?
it's a situation that you need to prevent, as Ayla said. You didn't know it will happen, You do,
Yeah,
you don't have it, no, no, how can I say culpa?
blame.
Yes, we don't have blame to it.
Yeah. And you can imagine 23 years ago, just my opinion, we do not talk about that, the mental health as yesterday, as today, right? As nowadays. So I don't know how it was in that time.
I think there is in History Channel there is how can I say the word? I
Episode
forget.
or no?
Episode, I think
Yeah.
speak with this situation. Yes,
Oh, nice. I will try
yes,
to find it. Thank you,
yes.
Rogério. How about you, Ayla?
I think for me, it's more about the mental disorder. I think many survivors and family uh, suffer from trauma, anxiety, depression, it- because they felt shocked. Uh, it was, I don't know, sometimes I watched some movies that regard about it, and it was so hard, and especially those who uh, lost loved one, uh, and or witnessed the attacks also. Uh, but there is this episode in other countries too,
Yeah.
like uh, 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 I don't know, but people usually concentration only United States because yeah, it was a huge attack, but we know that there are other attacks in other countries, but there is no so how can I say this is not so show as when that is in Europe, United States, and yeah, I think it's complicated. Uh, but I think people, as I don't know if it's right to say civil people, I don't know, uh, always suffer and they are innocent, but unfortunately, they are victims
Mhm.
about it, from it. Yeah.
Yes, to say something important. Can you imagine this happening in other countries? And we are always talking about the US because they are like the number one, something like that. And you feel like no one care about the others, right? Because was 9/11. And I remember that I watched a documentary. I remember right now, Rogério, on YouTube about that 9/11, and was so shocking for me. Was years ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was not aware about the situation. I was adult, and someone sent me the link and said, oh, you need to watch this. And I was, oh my gosh. And I come back to the job and the other day, and I was talking to everyone, oh, have you heard about 9/11? And I was like, oh, who cares about that? It was too long. And I think this was a big impact, but I think nowadays is like we are so, I don't know how to say that in English, acostumado regarding bad news that nothing more scare us. Like, oh, this is another new, that's okay. Like if you're watching on TVs, if you watch the news on TV, you are like, oh, another people die, another kid die, and you feel like, I don't know, indifferent, And this makes me worry about the feeling, right? We are losing something, in my opinion. Do you know? Thank you, Ayla. How about you, Adriani?
Oh, I will share one situation about me. When this case occurred, I was a teenager, 15 years, and I was working in ice cream shop. Perfect job. And that is on TV, and I work all day, watch this TV, and see the situation about this day. And then, okay, I'm 15 years, teenager. For me, no, not affect me, just the people in the United States. But no, and when I buy my first apartment, I I chose the apartment in the first floor. And
Okay.
my husband, my my boyfriend in the spirit, asked me why. Oh, in the last the ends, né? Eu falei, no, because in my mind, it's crazy because I answer, no, because if help me a lot of bad things, I can jump in the window and survive it. What? Oh, do you remember and this day, the nine crazy because it affect me. I never live in apartment in the floor more than the fourth floor because
Okay.
all the time I was thinking about it, about this moment, because I saw all day people jump for the window. And for me, it's I now when I think this moment, my feelings is about anxious. And recently, I watched a drama called 2521. Good, excellent drama, because in this drama keep a lot of things in the world, the economic craze in the world, talk about this date, and the the personage working as a reporter, I don't know in English, and he suffered a lot with this period, seeing people dying, talk about the families. And when I finished the drama in the pandemic in
Oh my gosh.
2020, and when I finished this drama, oh gosh, I felt bad because all the situation I lived in my life, it was real for me. And for a long time, I digerindo that information. And now I know this affect me, and I'm living in Brazil, far away.
Yeah.
And I think what happening with the people that survivor and her families, it's crazy. I think the health, mental health, it's wow, it's
We cannot pay for that, right? This is no
yeah,
money for this.
yeah,
Rogério was talking about the government need to be responsible for that, but just about the survivors, because you are talking about a situation that happened with you here in Brazil, but
yeah.
you could you imagine about the firemen that working in this situation, or the doctors, or I cannot even realize how this could be in that time, the hospital, or just it, I can imagine just if it's happening here in São Paulo, for example, in Avenida Paulista. Everyone's it's like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And you are always searching for news about that. You don't need to search, right? Because on the TV is always send you something. And this sometimes, as happened to you, Indrian, I think is unconscious. Do you feel a little bit about traumatic situation because I was
Mhm.
watching that people dying, jump from the uh, places, from the offices, and was in your mind, in conscious, I think. So,
Okay.
uh, can you? I think the government should provide not only for the survivors. I don't know about how it's work in that time, but I think, of course, the survivors need it, and I don't know this is that's okay, because I think no one can be better for that situation. This is not something that you can swallow a pill and feel better again. I think this could be something for the rest of your life. But the fireman or the other things, other people needs a
Mhm.
kind of, I don't know, help. But when you talk about help, it looks like so small, because it was a huge impact, I guess. It's hard to say about that.
Oh.
I was listening you, and I live in the 80th floor here, and I was like, oh my gosh, Adriana.
Sorry.
No, just kidding. But I had never thought about this before, like if something could happen to me, or I don't know. This is weird to think. Thank you, Adriane. I think Wanda is here, but I think she felt. Wanda, can you hear me? Let me see. Wanda, can you hear me? Wanda? Hello, Wanda. Are you here? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna ask you to her. Guys, let's move on. I think we can choose a question. Ayla, do you want to choose another one? We don't need to follow all the questions. If you want to choose another question to answer, Ayla.
Okay. Uh, uh, so yeah, I think number 8.
Let me see. Could be. Up to you. You decide here.
Yeah. Okay. Have you noticed any shift in public perception? Ai, meu Deus.
It's hard,
To
right? I think perception, maybe.
perception, yeah, perception. Thank you. Perception towards certain ethnic or religious group after 9/11. Yeah, nine
Mm-hmm.
eleven.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I think that there has been more suspicion and negative uh, stereotype, stereotypes about people from, especially people from uh, Middle Eastern, Oriente Médio, Middle Eastern countries, and um, mu- Muslim communities.
Until today, I guess, right?
Yes, and this has, I think there is so discrimination and prejudice. Uh, these people suffer a lot from it, and yeah, I think for me that's it.
Yes, I think until today they are suffering with that situation. After at 9/11, I think they were like, I don't know how to say that, carimbados, like the guilt, you know. It's hard for me to say that because I remember something that happened on train in France, and the guy was a Brazilian. I'm not sure about that, and he had some um, specific characteristics like a person from Muslim. I don't know how to say that specific place. And I was like, maybe someone was like think that he could do something like we don't want to say, but we know that they are thinking something, right? And I guess this is hard to fight against, you know. Do you want to say something, Rogério? Do you want to answer that question?
Yes, yes. Just to answer, uh, I think the most shifts was the religious groups, the Muslim, I think Muslim, I think.
Yeah.
The Muslims tried to destroy United States a long time, you know. So I think after this terrorist, they try to make the same thing or something like that, something that like that, just to destroy or to cause bad things in economy in his economy.
Mm,
You know, I think the perception of the public uh, increase. Uh, I'm living in Rio de Janeiro, so here is so dangerous as well. Yes, and it's like what's happened. I don't know.
don't say that. I have some friends from Rio. And they always said that it's the same that São Paulo. So I don't know. I only know Niterói, and it was okay for me. But it was 3 years ago. But my friends from Rio always said it's the same that São Paulo. I don't know, but I think nowadays we cannot choose a place to say that is totally safety, right? In the
Yes.
world, not only Brazil, but in the world in general, I guess. Thank you, Rogério. And how about you, Adriane?
Yeah, I agree with Ayla and Rogério said because I show after the 9/11, I think no, just in the United States, but in the world in general, people now, oh, maybe it's a terrorista, and I think all the world is pay more attention about this the stereotypes. I don't know it's correct because, for example, my husband and her, I have difficult to talk about it. Her my friend husband living for a short time in the United States, and when he come back from Brazil, my husband was using a beard.
Oh my God.
And her friend said, "Oh, if you live in United States, you don't oh my gosh, no, nem entra. Using this bird, you have to shave." And it's crazy because you create the stereotypes and you think, oh, all the people in this religion or from this country is the same like the terroristas in this date.
Yes. And I don't know what we can change that. Even myself, if I see someone that I don't know, they are really specific kind of people, right?
Mhm.
And you are like looking for them, like trying to understand more about, because I don't know nothing. And sometimes you are just because we are looking, this is weird, right? We
Yeah.
don't need to do that, I guess. You said something important. We were here talking about that the world change in general, and there is a question here that do you think the world is safer now than it was before 9/11? What do you think, Adriane? Do you think it is safer now? What do you think, Adriane? It's up to you. Do you know?
No, I think the word all the time, I pay attention all the people. For example, to get a visa, I try to get a visa. Okay, for me, I got it, but I know you. I think now she is looking for a lot of things for cancel your requirement and a lot of kind of, and now it's about the war during the Russia
Oh yeah.
and I think all the time the people it's pay more attention about the nationality of from the people. Oh, you're from Russia. Oh, I don't like the people because it's Russian.
Hmm.
It's crazy. I think the people now pay more attention a lot of things. No feel safe for
Yeah.
this.
I have some doubts if the world is safer or if the humanity is worst. You know,
Mm.
the difference. I don't know. Thank you, Adriane. And how about you, Ayla?
Um, I think in some ways, yes,
Mm.
because there are better security system. Uh, there is like a cooperation between countries to try to control more. However, uh, there are other threats like terrorism
Yeah.
and biological war, guerra biológica,
Yeah,
and because this, I think it's not completely safe.
for sure. I
It's
agree.
sometimes when I think about it, I feel so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know this is not a easy topic to discuss, but I think this is important just to remember, not about the trauma as Idriani said, but just to remember the 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 word was other 23 years ago. Uh, then this was a big change in my opinion. Everything changed after that day. Not about the security, but I think the economic, about the politician, about the countries just to do some exchange and interchange, about everything, I guess. Not just because this is not a simple fact, but this affect every word. I don't know if I have the same perspective as myself, but in my opinion was like everything change after that, and we are not the same as we were 23 years ago. Thank you, Ayla. How about you, Rogério? Do you think it's safer now?
No, totally agree with the ladies. I think if you see a guy using dress, oh,
Oh yeah.
he's Muslim, he's a terrorist, he's a danger. Inside this dress, there are a bomb. There is a bomb,
Yeah,
you
a
know.
weapon.
Yeah, rifle. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I think something like that.
And the airport is like everyone is, even myself. I am so afraid when I have to go to the airport. Like I was like, oh my, I am doing well. I am okay. I'm doing something strange here because we are afraid. Everyone is looking at you on the airport, and no one can realize we have cameras everywhere. And I know someone, you're like, there is a meme, I'm gonna say in Portuguese. Será que eu esqueci uma arma na minha mala? But you don't have a gun, you know. But we are always think, oh my gosh, I esqueci uma arma, será? We are so afraid that situation, so you cannot think properly, I guess, because this, as I said, I think is this the way that they try to protect the other. Hello, guys. Welcome back. I think Vanda left, right? I tried to put her again.
Yes, when I go out,
Yes.
I imagine she has a any problem.
Connection problems, maybe, right?
Yes,
And
because he's simply lost.
oh, Diogo, how was the conversation in the other room? Here was really difficult, but was a good conversation even for me. How was in the other room?
It's a good conversation. My friends very nice, but the service is terrible.
Yeah.
Today it's my first time I did a immersion in this hour. I don't have so many time for for this, but I want to participate because the topic, the subject,
Mm. Oh,
it's
nice.
important to discuss to think about this, to think about the moment. Alexander said so many things important to think about happening in the world actually, do you know? And maybe if you think about the history, the facts about the 9/11, for example, it's important to think the world is very crazy. The uh, I don't know English, poderoso, pessoas poderosas at the world, it's many crazy. It's complicated.
They can do everything, right? Just because the
Yeah,
power. Yes, I
yes,
agree.
yes.
I agree. It's good to see you here in that time. I think. It's I hope see you soon in another opportunity in that time. I
Uh,
am always
I
here.
I I hope to.
I am always here Wednesday 9 p.m.
Yeah,
And how about you, Grego? How was the conversation? Thank you, Diogo.
thank
It
you.
was a hard topic, a hard subject. I never thought about it. Even in Portuguese, sometimes complicated to talk about it. Camila always bringing tough subject to us, but it was great. It was great. I forced myself to catch some things in Portuguese and try to turn it in English. But it was great. It was great conversation.
Thank you, Grego. It's good to see you here again. Guys, I put the link from the survey on the chat. Unfortunately, we don't have too much time. There is another immersion coming. And I would like to ask you if you take a minute to answer. It's really important for me and about from the platform. So you can give your opinion about the immersion, about the platform. You can give ideas about the topics that you want to talk in the future. And I can bring it here. And don't do not worry, it's totally anonymous. So if you want to say something good or bad, open your heart and say share your opinion. It's really good because you can know how what's going the immersion, the platform, the topics for myself. So if you want to take a minute to answer, it's really important for me here from the platform. Okay. And I hope to see you guys soon in another immersion or here in my immersion or on a talk and talk. And I wish a great rest of the week for everyone here. Okay, guys? Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank
Bye
Thank
you.
you.
Bye
Bye
bye,
bye.
guys.
Camila,
Bye
bye bye
bye.
Thank you.
everyone.